Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to dive straight into a massive paradigm shift that is completely rewiring how we access information online. The internet, as we've known it for decades, is fundamentally changing, and we are stepping into an entirely new era.
To really get this, we have to start by asking ourselves a pretty radical question. How will the future of internet browsing fundamentally change when AI actually takes the wheel? Because, let's be real, that's exactly what's happening right now. We aren't just building tools to help us search anymore. We are building autonomous agents that actually go out and do the searching for us.
Think about how we traditionally access the web. It's usually just you, sitting at a laptop, manually opening 20 different tabs, and kind of struggling to sift through this massive, open library of documents. You type in a query, you get a list of blue links, and then the burden is entirely on you to piece the actual answer together.
But in this new paradigm, imagine having a whole lobby of specialized concierges working for you. Instead of you doing the legwork, your personal user agent coordinates directly with multiple content agents that are hosted by different websites. You just state your goal, and these AI agents literally talk to each other to figure the whole thing out.
And this is what researchers are calling the Agentic web. It's a transformative paradigm that shifts the internet from a passive web of linked documents to this highly proactive network of acting intelligences. It's an environment where autonomous agents plan, navigate, and synthesize online information entirely on your behalf.
Here is our roadmap for unpacking this today. We'll cover the Welcome to the Agentic Web, the shift to decentralization, introducing AgentWebBench, evaluating advanced LLMs, the impact on the web, and finally, fixing the failure modes.
Section 1. Welcome to the Agentic Web, where we are delegating our digital world.
The reality underlying all of this is that agents are aggressively replacing manual search, which is causing a massive ripple effect across the digital landscape. Instead of a centralized search engine just scraping a giant open database of the whole internet, your intelligent agent now has to navigate a highly compartmentalized web of specialized domains. So we're shifting from centralized retrieval right into decentralized coordination.
Section 2. The shift to decentralization, walled gardens, and APIs.
So why exactly is the web decentralizing? Well, largely due to copyright disputes and evolving business models, content providers are locking their doors. Centralized retrieval used to be wide open, just a single search engine freely scraping a massive open corpus. But decentralized coordination forces your user agent to politely ask for permission from individual content silos. It has to use standardized communication protocols, basically a universal language, to allow these different bots to talk to each other.
Content providers are deploying their own agents to manage their data because they want to retain tight control. They simply don't want their raw data scraped anymore. Instead, they require your user agent to query their specific, closed databases through highly controlled interfaces. It is a total restructuring of how we access internet data.
Section 3. Introducing AgentWebBench, the testing ground.
To really study this new setting, researchers introduced AgentWebBench. This benchmark evaluates exactly how well a user agent synthesizes answers by interacting with those website-specific content agents. It tests 4 tasks that cover our most common web information needs: web search, web recommendation, question answering, and deep research. To give you a sense of the scale here, this benchmark utilizes a massive web corpus of over 18.4 million documents. That's enough reading material to last several lifetimes. And those documents are partitioned and distributed across 100 autonomous content agents, simulating real-world sites acting as their own closed environments.
Section 4. Evaluating advanced LLMs. And a bit of a plot twist. The researchers tested 7 advanced LLMs and 3 different coordination strategies, and a fascinating pattern emerged. As you might expect, multi-agent coordination initially lags pretty far behind centralized retrieval, because the user agent can't just directly access the whole corpus. But here is the thing. As you scale up to massive models, that performance gap shrinks aggressively. The smarter the model, the better it navigates the walled gardens.
And here is the real twist. For complex, open-ended tasks, like question answering, the decentralized multi-agent approach can actually outperform the centralized baseline. Why? Because this iterative, back-and-forth evidence gathering perfectly fits the way agents think and operate. They can actually ask follow-up questions to refine their understanding.
Section 5. The impact on the web and systemic changes.
Zooming out to the systemic impact of this new ecosystem, researchers uncovered some stark emergent properties. First, the downside. Decentralized access naturally concentrates traffic toward a small set of top websites, which definitely limits information diversity and hurts the discoverability of smaller providers. But on the plus side, they've found that test time scaling, which basically means letting models think before they act, drastically improves both interaction reliability and task performance. Strong results really just require sufficient interactions guided by careful planning.
Section 6. Fixing the failure modes and finding a pathway forward.
So the crucial point here is diagnosing where things go wrong on both sides of the system. On one side, we have user agent failures. User agents desperately need better planning and answer synthesis. For instance, researchers saw silly synthesis errors where an agent might combine evidence and just blurt out "the sun" instead of grasping the broader concept of light. On the flip side, we have content agent failures. Those website-specific agents need far more reliable retrieval and better evidence quality, so they aren't passing garbage data back to the user.
The resolution to these problems is a clear, actionable pathway. First, identify the bottleneck. Second, apply that test time scaling we talked about, forcing the user agent to plan carefully before firing off queries. And third, improve the content agent's ability to verify its own evidence. And hey, if you want to dig into the technical weeds of how this actually works, the researchers have generously released all their code, data, and APIs at github.com/cxcsmit/AgentWebBench.
Which leaves us with a profound final thought to chew on. As we shift away from centralized search into an internet of decentralized, walled gardens navigated by AI assistants, who really holds the keys to the information we consume? Is it the user agents planning our queries, or the content providers who control the API doors? It's definitely something to think about as you watch this incredible paradigm shift unfold.